Good morning, you fabulous sons of bitches. Are you ready to learn a new word with Uncle Cal? That word is kleptocracy. And kleptocracies are run by kleptocrats. Yes, I think we have a few of those here in Washington State. A good example of kleptocracy would be, how our former governor created the CCA, which has garnered something along the lines of $3 billion in taxes, which has then been spent on nothing, absolutely nothing. We used it to enhance the paychecks of non-essential personnel running social equity and environmental concerns. That's right. You can look that up. I would provide you with the information, but I encourage you to go find it for yourself. It has had zero effect on the environment. And do you know why, kids? Because Washington State is little teeny, and the world is great big, and the air moves across the face of the earth. So if Washington State, in its arrogance, thinks that it can affect the climate in any way, well, that's just a scam to get money out of your pocket. Another word, in my opinion, for this misuse of tax dollars is theft of your labor. Right, which in turn is stealing, hence that word klepto. And the CCA is but one small example of kleptocracy here in Washington State. Let's examine our state parks, for instance. Well, we've increased all the fees affiliated with being outside in Washington State by at least 10%. And then immediately, our kleptocratic government decided it would deny services and close parks. Yeah, shorten hunting seasons, and do all kinds of other heinous shit to violate your rights and to piss away your tax dollars. This also is a prime example of kleptocracy. $9 billion in new taxes, but cutting services. Yes, very nice. That's the way to run a country. Also, we are now going to have an income tax on top of all the other taxes we pay. That's right, and those funds also will be absorbed by the kleptocracy. Also, another form of kleptocracy is cronyism. And since our Washington State government is completely packed with former employees of just 3 law firms from top to bottom, well, that's cronyism, you see. In fact, the latest person that Bob Ferguson put on the board of campaign finance, Overwatch, is the founder of Pacifica Law Group, a spinoff of K&L Gates, where Bob came from before becoming a Seattle City Councilman, where our latest Supreme Court Justice came from, who, by the way, has never been a judge and worked a lot for China. Now, these are all just my opinions. That should protect me from the ensuing lawsuits. Anyways, and let's not forget Senator Pedersen, the person who just wrote the new income tax bill while conspiring with Nick Brown to do so. Also just an opinion, even though it is based in fact and proof over 1,000 pages of documents. Yes. If you agree with me that Washington is a kleptocracy, please leave your comments. But why don't we all post a picture of our favorite kleptocrat? The person with his hand as far into your pocket as he can get. Who might that be? And how many generations of them do you think there are? Go ahead, I'll wait. But I encourage you all to stop referring to Democrats as Democrats and start referring to them as kleptocrats. Thank you very much.